Now, how much more would you be troubled if a Muslim man came and you had an 8-year-old, 9-year-old sister and he wants to marry her and he's probably in his 30s or 40s? Would you be okay with that?
No.
Why not? Chapter 65 verse 4 says, if you're a Muslim, you have to be okay with it because it's a command that's never been abrogated. Go to 65 verse 4.
And for such of your women as despair of menstruation, if ye doubt, their period of waiting shall be 3 months, along with those who have it not. And for those with child, their period shall be till they bring forth their burden. And whosoever keepeth his duty to Allah, he maketh his course easy for him.
I want you to go over what you read. I'm going to repeat it. It's discussing divorce. Even the chapter is called Surah Al-Talaq. Surah Al-Talaq means the chapter of divorce. It's the rules regarding divorce. In 65 verse 4, and all the commentators, Ibn Kathir, Qurtubi, we quote them. I'm going to give you another article where we quote all of them. The two Jalaz, they all say this is referring to the waiting period for a woman that's divorced. A woman who's divorced has to wait 3 monthly cycles, 3 periods for her to remarry. This is known as the iddah, I-D-D-A-H, iddah period. How long can a woman wait before she can remarry when she's divorced? 3 periods. But then the people ask Muhammad, a prophet, some of our women are old, menopause, they don't have periods. And some of our wives are young, they haven't menstruated yet. What about them? Now read 65 verse 4 again.
And for such of your women as despair of menstruation, if ye doubt, their period of waiting shall be 3 months, along with those who have it not. And for those with child, their period shall be till they bring forth their burden.
Even your translation, I don't know if it did a service. Read it more. Those who not what? Who not what?
Menstruation.
Menstruation. Let me read it for you. Ready? 65:4. And for such of your women as despair of menstruation, if you doubt, their period of waiting shall be 3 months, along those who have it not. Now you see, there are women who don't menstruate and those who haven't had it yet. Are you catching it?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, now, another thing about Islam you may not know. In Islam, a woman who hasn't had sex, there is no waiting period. In other words, if I'm engaged to a woman, but I haven't had sex with her, there is no waiting period. Go to chapter 33, verse 49.
O ye who believe, if ye wed believing women and divorce them before ye have touched them, then there is no period that ye should reckon, but content them and release them handsomely.
Do you see? So if you haven't had sex with a woman, does she have to have a waiting period?
No, you can just release them.
But in 65 verse 4, it's talking about those women who have divorced, they have to wait 3 months. But hold on, that means older women who have menopause, if they've married, consummated marriage, their period is 3 months. What does that say about the young girls who haven't had periods? It says those who have not menstruated yet. That means they too were married and people had sex with them? Girls who hadn't had their periods, haven't had menstruation?
This is another problem of Muhammad that I kind of had with Aisha.
But it's not just Muhammad. Forget Muhammad, Aisha. They'll say it's cultural, even though it's nonsense. A 54-year-old man having sex, mounting a 9-year-old girl playing with dolls and on swings, they'll justify because they're sick, demented perverts, sexual deviants, filth. Put him aside. This is for Muslims till this day. 65 verse 4 is about Muslims who marry and divorce. And it's a command that's not abrogated. It's something true till this day. So that means if you live in an Islamic rule, an Islamic state, you can marry minors, premature minors, prepubescent minors who haven't had periods yet, have sex with them, divorce them for another man. Are you okay with this religion and you want this religion to take over the world?
No, man.
And yet these filthy scum Mohammedan debaters, they will justify this filth because it's not just theoretical, it's practical. It is affecting children in Muslim countries now. Young girls, 8, 9, being married up to grown men, doing irreparable physiological, psychological damage. And until you have a daughter, you're not going to understand how horrific and satanic this is. You dare ask for my 10-year-old so you can sleep with her, had sex with her? You filthy scum pervert? And yet this Muhammad is the example for us to follow. Now, I'm going to shock you a little more. This article, I quote Muslim scholars. There's only one condition for marriage with a minor. Islam doesn't say she has to be mature physiologically or psychologically, and definitely she doesn't have to have her period. You know what the condition is in Islam for you to marry a minor? Marriage, meaning penetration, to consummate marriage, can only take place when the girl can handle it. I'm going to read it to you. If the girl is too young for penetration, you have to be gentle on her until she's able to handle penetration. That's the condition. This comes from Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, Fath al-Bari, Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, the commentator on Bukhari, volume 11, page 25. Muslim schools of jurisprudence unanimously allow the marriage of young girls, even if they were still babies in the cradle, but intercourse cannot occur until the girl can withstand penetration. Now let me quote you Shar Muslim from Imam Nawawi. Imam Nawawi was the commentary of Bukhari, and I'm going to read from my paragraph. According to the renowned Muslim commentary, Sahih Muslim and Nawawi, in regards to the matter of when a premature minor is ready, quote, for sex, it is permissible at any time. You can marry off any time. There is no harm to the girl, and both the husband and the girl's guardian prove. According to Ahmed ibn Hanbal, if they don't agree, she is forced to join her husband at 9 years old. So you understand? She can be as young as 5, and you can marry her. But Ahmed ibn Hanbal said, no, follow the pattern of Muhammad. She's got to be 9. In other words, she can be 5, 6, or 7, and you can take her home. Others will say, no, do it 9, because that's when Muhammad took Aisha to his bed. As long as she can handle penetration.
So where did they get? Because I thought it said somewhere like that you had to wait for menstruation or.
Where?
I don't know
You tell me.
There's a verse.
None. There isn't. I just gave you 65 verse 4. Is it lying? Okay, let me read it again. Let me read here. Let me read the commentary. Tafsir al-Saddi. Al-Saddi said, along those who have not had menses yet, 65:4, means minors, those who have not yet started menstruate. Menstruate. So here you're married to someone who is a minor who hasn't had her period that you divorced. Let me keep reading. The Prophet married Aisha when she was 6 years old, and the marriage was consummated when she was 9 years old. Narrated al-Bukhari, and that's the example they give. Ibn Qudamma said in Al-Shar al-Kabir, with regard to females, the father may give his minor virgin daughter who has not yet reached the age of 9 in marriage, and there is no difference of opinion concerning that. If he gives her in marriage to someone who's compatible, he's got to be compatible. Ibn al-Mundhir said, all of those scholars from whom we acquired knowledge unanimously agreed that it is permissible for a father to give his minor daughter in marriage if he arranges her to someone who is compatible, and it's permissible for him to do that even if she is reluctant. Aisha Bewley and Hilali Khan. In the case of those of your wives who are past the age of menstruation, if you have any doubt, their iddah waiting period should be 3 months, and that also applies to those who have not yet menstruated. Hilali Khan. And of those of your women as have passed the age of monthly courses, for them the iddah prescribed period, if you have doubts about their periods, is 3 months. And for those who have no courses, i.e. they are still immature, their iddah, their waiting period is 3 months. Fath al-Bari, Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, the commentator of Bukhari. Here you go. And those who haven't menstruated yet, he made the waiting period 3 months for those who haven't menstruated yet, which indicates that giving her into marriage before puberty is permissible. All right. Tafsir Ibn Kathir. Allah the Exalted clarifies the waiting period of the woman in menopause, and that is the one whose menstruation has stopped due to her old age. Her iddah is 3 months instead of the 3 monthly cycles for those who menstruate, which is based upon the ayah, the verse, Surah Al-Baqarah, see chapter 2, verse 228. The same for the young who have not reached the years of menstruation. The same for the young who have not reached the years of menstruation. Their iddah is 3 months like those in menopause. Here is a commentary attributed to Ibn Abbas. Tanwir al-Mikbas min Tafsir Ibn Abbas. And for those of your women as a spare of menstruation, because of old age, if you doubt about their waiting period, their period of waiting shall be 3 months, upon which a man asked, O Messenger of Allah, what about the waiting period of those who do not have menstruation because they are too young? He's asking the question. They're too young. They don't menstruate. Muhammad should have said, what do you mean? Why are you marrying them? What's wrong with you, you stupid bastard? Look what Muhammad said. Along with those who have not yet because of young age, their waiting period is 3 months. Do I need to go on?
No, this is disgusting.